Hey everyone!
What's up?
You ready for the finale of Liam Route?
I am.
I am. God, like where does it even go from here? What happened while we were gone? Like the doctor's office seems to be fucked up.
I suppose we'll see.
I have some tea. I don't have blood. I should have been drinking blood for maximum effect. Kathleen, are you there? Several cabinets are opened and emptied out. A handful of syringes lie on the ground. The hell do you think happened here?
Looks like someone raided the medical supplies. Wait.
He heads to the back of the room to a small fridge. I have a pretty good idea of what's inside, or what should be.
It's all gone. The blood.
That's not good. Do you think Julian and Charlotte have it?
I hope so. The alternatives aren't great, and depending on how long ago this happened, they could be getting hungry.
Right, timey-wimey shit. We still don't know how long it's been. I search around the clinic for some clue as to the date. I find the phone, fortunately still plugged in. The date and time are on a small digital screen above the keys. It's been over 4 days since we went in the tower.
I was right about the way time moves in the tower. Not that I'm happy about it.
August has been running around without a leash for over half a week.
If he caused too much trouble, I'd expect that Julian and Charlotte dealt with him.
If they could deal with him.
You really think he's a threat to them?
You didn't see August ending, my dude. I don't know. He wanted to solve this whole thing on his own. Who knows what that means to him? We should hurry to City Hall. Maybe Mayor Ward is still there. He can fill us in on what's happened.
What about the mansion? My brother and sister probably know more than the mayor.
You're right. It's closer anyway. We also need to find out what happened to Kathleen. The most likely place for the blood is there, right?
Yeah.
I grab some water from the sink and we head out towards the Bataille mansion. It's not a long walk. The private road that leads to their mansion is nearby. So there's a private road from the mansion to the blood bank. Welcome to the blood bank. We got blood on deck, blood on the floor. There are black shredded tire tracks at the turn to the private onto the private. You know what? Hi everyone. Welcome to the last episode. There are black shredded tire tracks at the turn onto the private road. I don't remember seeing them there before, and I don't think anyone in Bataille but Julian and Charlotte have access to gasoline. Liam doesn't say much, but I can tell he's concerned. As we walk up the long driveway, a strange feeling of unease settles over us. Wait, one more. Nope, that was it. Liam slows down, almost as if he doesn't want to get there. I do the same. I'm the one who sees the body first. Oh, damn.
Whose body?
Is it Augustopolis up in here? And the thing is, we know August can hold his own against fucking vampires. He has a strange amount of competence with fighting against them. Again, August vampire hunter theory. Oh shit, he's T-posing. Wait, is that their dad?
Oh.
Is that basement dad? I don't remember what he looks like. I think it might be. A large man is sprawled on the ground in front of the mansion. I can't tell if he's alive at first, and I run to his side.
Erica.
Liam follows, but once he gets a look at the body, he stops in his tracks and holds back. I'm not thinking about him right now, but trying to figure out exactly what I am seeing. Once it's clear that the man is not breathing, I look around. There's too much to take in. The man's chest is carefully cut open with surgical precision. His eyes are closed. Strange symbols are drawn in blood on the ground around his body. A heart is flayed open nearby. I admit I expected to see something like this when I realized that we'd left August unsupervised for so long. But there's something I didn't expect that shakes me to the core. I don't recognize the man. There are only 656 people in Bataille. I have seen them all. I have never seen him. He's older, maybe in his late 60s, but well-built and muscular. He has white hair and is dressed in a shabby but surprisingly elegant suit. I rack my brain trying to think of people who worked and lived in the mansion I might not have seen often, but nothing comes to mind. Who the fuck is this? Terrifying thoughts flood my mind. Did August find a way out? Did he help someone find a way in? That's impossible, but I look back at Liam, who is still frozen several steps behind me. He is staring directly at the body, a look of horror on his face. No, it's not just horror. It's horror and recognition. Liam, do you know who this is? Who is he?
No, this isn't possible.
Liam, snap out of it. Who is this? What is going on?
Look, there's something else I didn't tell you, but we can't stay here. If this just happened recently, we're in incredible danger. I don't even know.
Is there a red mark on Liam's face? Or is that just a weird highlight?
I think that's just a weird highlight.
Oh, yeah, that's just a weird highlight. Okay.
I don't understand. This can't be happening.
What can't be happening? What are we looking at? Who are we looking at? I'm not going anywhere until you give me something.
This is my father.
Your what?
And if August managed to kill him, I don't think we can stop him. Not alone. Not without... Fuck. No, this isn't right. We're still in the tower, aren't we? This is some kind of madness that's forcing upon us for trying to leave. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
I grab Liam's shoulders and shake him. We're not asleep, Liam. This is real. If this has happened, if we're in as much danger as you think we are, you're going to have to start explaining things right the fuck now. I don't think this just happened. The blood is dry and flaking. Besides, we're not the intended audience for this.
Audience?
August's MO. He picks not just a victim, but an audience. He always wants someone very specific to find the victim. He locked us in the tower, so it can't be us. Take a deep breath, sit down, and tell me how this man could be your father. He does as I say, but he continues to look around, paranoid.
We need to find Julian and Charlotte. They need to know.
They already do. They were the intended audience. Talk now.
This man, his name is Gustave Bataille. He's not my biological father, obviously. He's Julian and Charlotte's. He's also a vampire.
You kept this from me? Guess I shouldn't be surprised after everything else. Let me guess, you didn't think it was important.
No, he's not exactly like the rest of us. He's feral. He's dangerous.
You're all dangerous, though.
No, he can't control himself. We keep him locked up in the basement. I think we all knew what had to be done, but we couldn't bring ourselves to do it.
It's like August has gone and done it for you. Yeah, and see, and he, again, vampire is when it's done on. Mm-hmm. And specifically, like, the flaying of the heart and all this stuff that seems way too specific, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you'd been completely upfront with me from the beginning, it wouldn't have ended like this.
I know. Look, I'm trying to stay calm, but I don't think I can. I can't even conceive how August could have done this. Father, Gustave was strong. Stronger than Charlotte. It took more than one of us every time we had to restrain him. There's no way a human could take him on and live, let alone kill him.
Could Julian or Charlotte have helped August?
No way they'd do that. Like I said, we didn't have it in us to put him down. He was family.
Liam, you have to know that I'm furious at you right now. Honestly, we don't have time for me to be furious at you, though.
Wait, what?
You're going to come clean. You're going to tell me everything, every single detail about your family and this town that is even remotely out of the ordinary. You're not going to skip anything because you don't think it's useful. In fact, I might want you to focus on the things you don't think are useful at this point. However, right now we have a bigger problem, and it might be the only one that you can give me any insight on. We need to figure out what happened while we were in the tower. In that time, August figured out how to kill the vampire, discovered your father, presumably freed him, and killed him. Right now we have to focus on getting any information we can about how he did all of that, and also find out what else he's been doing.
That's already a very busy 4 days.
Then let's get started here. I think you could tell we're not in danger right now, so this is our best chance to examine the crime scene.
Yeah, let's look around. Where should we start?
I don't even recognize August symbols here. Do you think the symbols actually mean anything, or do you think they're just there to throw people off?
They probably mean something to him. Doesn't mean they mean something.
Do they? He's the kind of person that thinks that heavily about what people take away from a thing and might do it to purposely obfuscate, like the intentions of what he's doing. Obviously, we need to take a look at the body. This is a lot more cleanly done than your copycat work, Liam.
Why did you have to put it like that?
Because I'm pissed right now. It's the clearest sign that we have that this is the work of August. You know how he felt about what you did. The heart was removed, that's as clear as day, but this brings me to a really important question. I need to know all of the ways a vampire can die.
Why do you need to know all the ways? Destroying the heart is the main one, and, well, it's pretty clear that that's what happened here.
That's how August displays his victims. That's not how he kills them. They're always already dead after he begins cutting. Unless they're already dead to begin with.
Really? I didn't know that.
It avoids a mess. Perhaps the most interesting thing about the Heartbreaker murders is that there are no consistent cause of death. He didn't care how the victims actually died. Honestly, between that and all the different locations, I'm not sure he'd have ever been caught if not for the slavish presentation. Now, because there are no signs of a struggle, and your father would have definitely struggled, we can assume that August killed him before the cutting, just like all his other victims. So you're going to have to start naming causes of death.
First of all, this is all hypothetical. I've never killed a vampire, and this is the first one I've seen dead, but, well, Gustav told us all the ways he knew. Destroying the heart, like I already said. Damage to our bodies done by silver lasts long enough and can be actually fatal. Fire can kill us if it's hot and sustained enough. We heal faster from burns than humans, but not fast enough for that. Beheading a vampire or starving a vampire is close, but if the head is reattached or blood given to the corpse, it can bring us back.
Blood given to the corpse. Okay. None of those fit at all. In 4 of the 7 Heartbreaker murders, August poisoned the victim first. Are there any drugs that could incapacitate a vampire?
Any drug that can incapacitate a person, but it wouldn't last long at all. If it knocks you out for 5 hours, we're probably only down for 10 minutes.
It might have been long enough for him to go straight for the heart and destroy it.
Maybe, but how would he poison him, and how did he learn any of this?
You're sure neither of your siblings would have helped him?
I highly doubt it, but I suppose we should make finding them a priority after this. If they didn't help him, they're in danger. What's next? We ready to go?
I walk over to Gustav's heart, flayed open and pinned to the ground with a knife. If this were a normal murder investigation, I'd claim the weapon to be dusted for prints, but that's pointless. I know who did this, and even if I didn't, the Heartbreaker never left prints. This looks like a classic Heartbreaker murder. Heart lifter?
You seem surprisingly calm about it.
I knew the odds were good that I'd be looking at one of these when we got out. I just didn't think the victim would be a vampire.
Why does he remove the heart and flay it open like that? It's awful strange that his MO is specifically effective at getting rid of a vampire.
Don't tell me I called this. Why does August do any of the things he does? Even the detectives on the case didn't have a clue. At best, they assumed it was about presentation. Like I said, he wanted his victims to be seen by specific people. He wanted to force his tableau onto a specific person, in a way making them a victim too.
Yeah, but if he'd left the heart intact, we could theoretically bring him back. It would be just as gruesome. He chose to do something that really only matters against vampires.
You think he just got lucky?
I don't know.
I look a bit closer at the heart. It's flayed open just like all the others, but there's something a little different about it. First, I wonder if a vampire heart looks different. Then I notice a familiar pattern. A jagged half circle that seems to be cut out of one side of the flayed organ. My God, I think he took a bite out of this! Liam goes quiet, eerily quiet. You're doing the thing where you don't tell me something. You have to stop doing that.
It's probably nothing.
You always say that, and then it's always something.
The way to turn a human into a vampire is for the human to drink a significant quantity of vampire blood.
Okay. There's no evidence he did that, but now I know it's a possibility. What happens if you consume a vampire's heart?
How the hell would I know that? Do you think I've ever seen anyone do it?
Good point. I know August is a very curious person, but would he actually do that? Maybe it was an animal. Maybe this is nothing. I don't know. Let's move on. Okay, Liam. We have to get serious about these symbols now.
Oh?
The reasons for why August presents his victims like this are a mystery even to the agents who caught him. Nobody at the Bureau, even linguists and codebreakers, ever figured out what the symbols mean.
Yeah, but you guys caught him without deciphering the symbols, so why are you fixated on them now?
None of them had vampire consultants. Have you ever seen anything like these symbols in a book or your father's papers?
You think that August was up to some vampire-related shit before he even got to Bataille?
I don't know. A lot of this all makes more sense if he knew how to kill a vampire before he even got here. So do the symbols look like anything at all to you?
Sorry, I can't help you.
Why did you choose Greek? When you tried to copy August, you wrote out end and game in Greek. You wrote out telos. Yeah.
Are we really at the point where we can have a measured conversation about this?
We're at a point where we have to exhaust every possible line of thought to figure out what's going on.
You said it was an ancient language. I didn't think you'd know it was the wrong one. I especially didn't think you'd let August come with you to the scene to point it out.
Really? Any good detective would want nothing better than to see how a suspect reacts to the crime scene.
We're not going to get an opportunity to watch him like that for this, are we?
Don't count on it.
Anything else to look at?
No, that's it for now. Normally I'd gather all sorts of evidence, but I actually rather no one know we even saw this. Let's keep it close to the vest, at least until we find Julian and Charlotte. On that note, we should probably knock on the door.
You think they'll answer?
It's worth a try. I knock on the door. I wait. I ring the doorbell, and I continue to wait. I know they have a housekeeper. When even she doesn't answer, it proves Liam was right. They're still inside, aren't they?
I honestly don't know where else they'd go.
Any guesses as to why they didn't clean up the body?
Fear, maybe? Maybe they wanted us to see this when we emerged? I don't know.
Well, go ahead. You have a key, don't you? What the fuck? Yeah, like, it does really seem like August just kind of... Did he really just get lucky? I don't think that's the way this game works.
August Wright, Vampire Hunter?
I want you to know, I've had that on the table for so long now. If I wind up right about that. Also, we never really stopped to, like, talk about the towers at the end of that. But just know that they're still kind of, like, quietly percolating in the background there. Just like, ugh. What do I even make of that? We enter the mansion, and it's eerily quiet. I didn't expect to be welcomed inside, but it's also incredibly strange for it to be so silent. Whenever I've been here before, I've always been followed around by at least one of the Batailles, and Charlotte's boisterousness seemed to fill a space that is now very empty. I'm startled when Liam raises his voice to call out to his siblings.
Julian? Charlotte?
No response.
They're probably in the panic room.
You have a panic room? Oh, of course you have a panic room.
It's for when I panic. There's a switch behind one of the lamps in the dining room, the one on the right near the back wall.
I hit the switch. One of the cabinets nearby starts to move to the side, revealing a door. Wait, where did he say it? Where did he say the... I can't go back. Where did he say the panic switch was?
I don't recall exactly.
Okay, just because I remember this tableau from when August was killing Charlotte, and I wonder if she was trying to get to the panic room. I hit the switch. One of the cabinets nearby starts to move to the side, revealing a door. I approach, but I don't get the chance to try to open it. It swings open. I start to reach for my gun, but I see that it's Julian exiting the hidden door. He looks gaunt and worn. If he was human, I would guess that he hasn't slept. I don't think he needs to sleep, though. Liam, Erica? You're here. You were just discussing if we needed to go find you. The sight of his brother, Liam loses the composure he briefly embraced during our investigation outside.
Julian, what the hell is going on? What happened to Dad? How? Just what happened?
August locked us inside the tower, if you're curious. Yes, Charlotte suggested that might be what happened, but I feared for something much worse, and hoped that you might just be in hiding.
Julian, explain. How?
Before he can continue, Charlotte emerges from the hidden door as well. They're going to see that we've been bitten, but we have a very good reason as to why that is, because that was the only way we were getting out.
It was that fucking worm. He tricked us. He tricked Father. He played us all. He tricked you? What are you talking about? It's a long story. He said that you sent him to help with the investigation into the blackmail. Then things spiraled out of control. That is such an understatement.
Wait, August told you I sent him to help find the blackmailer? I didn't tell him anything about the letter you received. Hey! I think we all come to the same conclusion at the same time. Julian is the one to voice it in a low growl. He's the one who sent the last BRS letters.
Fuck, he killed Dad? How did he do it? How is it possible? I don't know. We know that he was in contact with him sometime 2 days ago.
What? In contact with him?
How? Why did you allow it?
We didn't. He snuck down into the basement. We only figured it out earlier today when we checked the security footage. He went 3 times. The first presumably revealed Gustave. The second he brought our father blood, and the third he opened the cage.
How could you be so careless? Shut up. August had us thinking he was close to the blackmailer. You were. It was him.
We know that now. Everyone, calm down. August is one of the most cunning people I've ever met. It's not surprising that he was able to play us all like this. We just have to accept that happened. However, what is surprising is that the goal of all this seems to be killing your father, who he certainly didn't know about until he stumbled on him. Right?
I can think of no way he would be able to figure it out. Even more surprising is that he was able to kill him at all. He is human, after all.
Exactly. We need to stop beating ourselves up about his trickery and focus on the parts that don't make sense.
I'm going to kill that fucking creep the second we figure out how he stopped Father.
I want to be clear before we move on completely that when this is all over, you are going to have a lot of explaining to do about your father.
Yes, well, we had our reasons and we were trying to keep the town safe.
Really?
Does it matter? Like you said, focus on the vampire murdering psychopath first.
Yes. I have some questions for both of you, and I'll try to restrain myself and focus on those. First of all, when did you find Gustav?
This morning. We were out all night. We found him when we returned to the mansion shortly before the daylight got unpleasant.
What were you doing?
Is that important?
You're just like Liam. Yes, it is. Did you see Liam give us a dirty look there?
We were running errands. It was a variety of things. You were missing, so we had to break up a fight at the bar. Then, since we were out and the timing was right, we shared a bottle of wine at a special spot and started making out.
Okay, you can skip past that part.
Finally, we used the cover of Deep Night to investigate something August tipped us off about at the church north of the town square. Something about the paper used in writing the letters, I don't know.
That all gave him plenty of time to go into the basement, release Gustav, and presumably kill him? Presumably, he's dead. That's when it happened, right? Yes, we tore that church up. We found nothing. Returned to the mansion, found our father, and realized that we were played.
Want to know anything else?
How was he killed? Do you have any idea of what killed Gustav?
Are you an idiot, Erica? His heart was sliced open like a strip steak.
Okay, I know that's how vampires actually die. I should rephrase. Do you know how August managed to incapacitate him so he could destroy his heart? What do you mean? Stop playing cute, both of you. We all know that your father would have torn August apart if he tried to cut out his heart. Is there anything you noticed that could explain how August was able to do this?
No.
We never saw this coming. We don't know what August did. We don't know how it's possible. Liam suggested that you can be drugged for very short periods of time. Is that possible? I know that August brought blood for Gustav. It's possible that was a way to drug him. Did
With
August
Lad.
suggest the blood drugging in Maddie route?
I don't remember if he suggested it, but he was definitely so very on board with it.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was his suggestion. If it was his suggestion, then this makes a lot of sense. Either way.
It's all hypothetical.
Indeed. Any other questions? Tell me a bit more about the supposed investigation August was helping you with. What did he tell you? What did he suggest that you do? August suggested we try to deploy surveillance on anyone capable of any kind of print work. We don't have any print shops in town, so he wanted us to focus on people who had distributed files or zines? Independent magazines.
In the end, that came down to churches and the dollar store. I don't think the diner ever distributed advertisements.
We sent out people and he helped. He seemed very eager to help. Like we said, we thought he was working for you.
Obviously, it was all a scheme to kill time and snoop around our home, since he knew he was the one who made the letters.
That's all for now. Unless you have anything else you think is relevant.
We've spent the last few days chasing leads that August claimed were important. I suspect we don't know anything more of value.
Actually, you were trapped in the tower for over 4 days. How are you still standing? Time moves differently inside and outside. It's the only way I can explain it. How long was it for you? I don't know. I fell asleep. There was a clock, but it didn't move.
It was probably close to a day.
Should stay here and rest before doing any more investigation. We don't know what August is planning to do next. We need to get out of here. I doubt you're in any condition to take him on, especially if he knows how to kill vampires. I captured him once.
Julian's right. When you fought August the night you arrived, you had eaten that day, right?
I suppose. Stay here for the night. Rest up. I don't understand. Why are you being so nice to me?
Don't you see, silly girl? We need you, so we're being nice to you. We can discuss our arrangement in the morning. Arrangement? If we're going to work together, we'll want some assurances, but we can figure that out later. I would like some time to consider, and I imagine you would like some time to recover. Our interests align. Should we do something about Dad's body outside? Are we even safe here? We decided to leave him alone. It could be a trap. Remember, we don't know how he disabled Father. I'd rather not touch anything he set up until we have more information.
As for your safety, I can't imagine there's anywhere safer.
This is where August killed Dad.
Perhaps, but now we'll be prepared. Both stay in Liam's room if you'd like, or we have a guest room. I glanced at Liam, but I think he's too distracted right now to consider the significance of us sleeping in the same room together. Thank you for your hospitality, I guess. Feel free to prepare anything you'd like at the kitchen. Do you have normal food?
A little, but don't expect us to cook for you. That would be ridiculous.
Where are you two going to be?
In the panic room, of course.
They're just going right back in. What's in
I'm
their
due
panic
for my
room?
nightly panic. Ah!
What is in the panic room? Liam leads me downstairs into the eastern hall.
Probably a bunch of extremely panic-inducing things.
I see.
I think I have the concept down, right?
I think you got it. Yeah, you nailed it.
Here's a guest room for you. My room's nearby, just down there, but you already know that, I guess. Bathroom's over here if you need to freshen up or whatever. I can get you some food and water. We usually keep some bread in stock, some canned beans, things like that, and... Oh, and Little Debbie's snacks. A lot of those come in on the train, so...
Do you mind if I just look through your kitchen and take what I need? I am starving.
Right, sure. Take whatever you need. Anything else?
I'd ask for you to tell me about any more skeletons hiding in your closet, but I don't think you'll tell me until they come alive and come crashing out. Liam turns away with a pained expression. His body sags until he leans against the wall for support.
Erica, my dad just had his fucking heart torn out.
I'm sorry, Liam. I am. But... Liam glares at me expectantly. I match his glare with one of my own. But if I understand correctly, he was a feral vampire who put the whole town of Bataille at risk. You should have told your sheriff about the threat of that magnitude, not to mention your partner.
I really can't take this right now, Erica.
And I can't take any more surprises. No, I won't accept you hiding any more secrets like this from me. You're a kind person, Liam. I can see that you care about everyone and you want them to like you, but it is impossible to please everyone, especially in this situation. You can't stay loyal to both your family and to me.
They're my family.
They're also a bunch of blood-sucking murderers who make you do their dirty work and send you into a tower to suit their own needs regardless of the danger. I want you as a partner, Liam, but only if I know I can trust you. The silence that stretches between us is long and terrible. I almost regret giving him such a hard ultimatum, but no, I meant what I said. He has broken my trust too many times. No matter how much he is grieving, I deserve to be treated fairly. It feels like several minutes have passed.
Anyway, I'm going to my room now. You just make yourself comfortable.
He crosses the few strides to his room and immediately closes the door behind him. I stand quietly a moment, too weary to move, and then my stomach growls. I muster the energy to go to the kitchen, eat up, and then rinse off in the shower. After that, I close myself in the guest room and follow my exhaustion into the blackness of sleep.
Wake her up first.
We shouldn't cause a commotion. Liam might hear.
But I've always wanted to have some fun with her, and this will be my last chance.
See? Charlotte route. Come on, game. My heart hammers against my ribs. The words last chance ring piercingly in my eardrums. I try to remember where I put my gun. Desperately, my hand moves under the blanket, seeking the edge of the bed. Maybe I can grab something from the bedside table. Maybe we should have discussed this before entering her chambers.
Oops, too late. She's awake.
I scramble out of the bed as fast as I can, grabbing the first item my hand finds from the bedside table. It's a clock.
And what will you do with that, darling?
She has a point, but I stand my ground nonetheless. What other option do I have? I'll smash it in the face of whoever dares to touch me.
See, brother dear, she's unusually good sport.
Julian ignores Charlotte, his deep red eyes trained intently on me. Calm down, Erica. There's no need for alarm. We just came in to check on you. My hand with the clock wavers. What if they really did come in to check on me? I must have rushed to conclusions. I made peace with them after all. I break eye contact with Julian, and just as my hand drops nearly to my side, a fresh wave of fear rushes through me. I recognize the feeling I had when Julian spoke to me. Reminds me of the way Liam relaxed me before biting, but much more intrusive. This isn't peace. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. You're using mind tricks on me. It won't work. A snarl curls at the edge of Julian's mouth.
Oh my, Julian, you're losing your charm.
She is unusually strong-willed. Mind games or not, you don't have to do this. I already agreed to help you catch August. We share the same enemy. Maybe so, but you're not a friend, are you? You've always opposed us.
Now then, shall we dance?
She swaggers towards me, her sharp teeth flashing in a grin. I know with cold certainty that my death approaches unless I conjure a miracle. Liam! I yell his name at the top of my lungs, so loud the rafters shake. Julian and Charlotte both freeze in terror. Damn it, Charlotte!
Have we seen that action pose for Julian?
Never. It looked like he's about to cast Fireball. No. That's an Invisible Oranges pose. That's Invisible Oranges.
He's about to punch an invisible orange that he's holding.
Right out of his hand.
Yeah.
Julian crouches down, coiled to spring. I see murder in his eyes and he's planning to deliver it as quickly as possible. Just before he springs, the door opens. I hear a strange roar like wind churning and feel the belated breeze as Liam appears beside me, blocking Julian's path.
Hey, what the fuck's going on in here?
Julian and Charlotte sink back with a snarl.
Liam, dearest, this woman is a threat to us. Like hell? Were you about to kill her?
Think about it, Liam. Think about what happened today. A human killed our father, a human who barely knew anything about us.
She agreed to help us. We were all going to work together. I only needed her to find out who blackmailed us. Now we know. But she can help us catch August.
Erica pretends to hate August, but they were friends for a while. They even worked together after he got out of prison. Think of what Erica could do to us if she joined forces with him.
She wouldn't do that, would you, Erica?
Timelines! It doesn't count because it didn't happen in this timeline. No, of course not. My voice sounds frail, much less convincing than I intended. Doubt flickers on Liam's face. She's hated us ever since she found out our true nature. She simply hasn't had the means to destroy us until now.
You don't have to kill her.
What would we do instead? Lock her away in the dungeon? I don't think so. What happened today made us realize that nowhere is safe. We can let no danger go unchecked. And for once, we wanted to keep your hands clean of the situation, Liam. We knew it would be hard for you, so we took it upon ourselves. Just walk away from this, brother. Liam stares long and hard at the ground, clenching his hands into fists. Is he truly considering which side to choose? And then he shakes his head as if he also needs to clear away Julian's charm.
Bullshit. You haven't done a single thing for me since Gustav brought me here.
Both Julian and Charlotte stagger in place. Pardon me?
You're our brother. That's just a word. What does it mean? Does it matter? I've given everything to this family my whole life. And for what? Money, power, a roof over your head. Yeah, maybe so, but I guess none of those things were what I actually wanted.
Charlotte turns to Julian, waving her arms frantically.
What has gotten into him?
Liam, you've lost your head over a woman.
No, I'm seeing more clearly than ever thanks to Erica. All you do is use me. You take, and you take. You don't give back. Not with me, not with anyone. I have plenty to give. Not to you. Not anymore. Erica stays alive, and you only harm her over my dead body.
Shit, that was the hottest thing anyone's ever done. Shit, that was the hottest thing anyone's ever done. Shit.
What do you think, Julian? We can take him if we...
Julian turns on Charlotte suddenly, now blocking the path to Liam and me with his own body. Stop it, Charlotte.
But now Erica hates us even more if we don't.
She's with Liam now. We're drawing a truce. They won't bother us, and we won't bother them. Agreed. Charlotte looks to us. Liam looks to me. I nod. Liam echoes my nod back.
Agreed.
I'm surprised to see the slightest glint of sorrow in Charlotte's eyes. Can it be my imagination?
Perhaps we all got a little carried away. Perhaps now isn't the time to make rash decisions, Liam. Like you do every day? No, this isn't rash. I'm done trying to please you, Charlotte. Fucking done.
Her mouth flutters up and down for a few moments before finding a retort.
Well, fine then. You were never very good at it anyway.
Got him, Charlotte. Got
him.
With that, she storms from the room. Julian takes a step after her and pauses, turns his head ever so slightly towards Liam, opens his mouth, shuts it again. Then he walks out after Charlotte. Liam goes to the door and closes it. I gasp for breath and collapse on the bed. I become aware that I haven't breathed much for the last few minutes. And then I realize that Liam still stands next to the door, trembling. Liam, thank you. He turns his gaze away. His body shudders with a sob. I find my strength and get out of bed. I wrap my arms around him and hold him close as he cries. His fingers dig into my back. His body shudders against mine. I cling back with matched desperation. You made the right decision, Liam. You're better off without them. Now it's just us, and we can figure out how to move forward. Together. And somehow we both tumble into the bed. At first we just cradle and hold each other, and then we find new ways to comfort one another. Another Eldritch location in the bag, this time the Bataille mansion. Equally as appalling to the senses. One of the scariest nights of my life quickly turns into something else, and I gladly ride the excitement of wherever it leads next.
Just been disowned by your family? Bang
Fuck
a policewoman.
Bang a cop. Why not? Maybe I don't want that to be the takeaway here. I awake snug in Liam's arms. I can feel by his breathing that he is also awake. Remembering the night's events, I feel a brief surge of anxiety, which quickly overwhelmed by a new sensation. Love. I grip Liam's arms and snuggle deeper against his body. A long, comfortable silence flows around us as we watch streaks of sunlight break through the curtains and paint the room around us.
I totally misread that as watch stakes of sunlight pierce the curtains.
Steak.
Try to visualize it. You wanted to know more about me. I want to tell you everything. But sometimes I don't know what to say. I don't always mean to hide things. I just do. So, what do you want to know?
Awesome. This is the best pillow talk right here. You were adopted, right? Do you remember many details about that?
It's piecemeal, but I remember the day I first met the Bataille family. I remember it so well. I was 5 years old. Gustave led me into the Bataille mansion by the hand. I couldn't believe how big and beautiful it was. He told me this was my home now. He showed me a big room, all my toys. He said it was all mine. I would never have to want for anything ever again. Then I met Julian, Charlotte, and Mom, Alice. When Mom saw me, she frowned and looked away. But Dad leaned down and said she'll come around eventually. They were all so beautiful, so pristine. Charlotte ran up to me and said, "Is this my new brother, Daddy?" And he replied,
"Yes."
Julian was uncertain at first, but he warmed up when we all had dinner together. The dinner was fresh blood. So fresh it was still warm.
Okay. So that puts Julian's whole story, the whole Julian doubting when exactly they became vampires so they into question.
Yeah.
But also we know people's memories can be changed.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound normal, Liam. I stiffen.
Sorry, I know that must seem barbaric, but to me it felt like a king's welcome, and when I drank the blood, Julian smiled at me as if to say he approved.
Yeah, so that doesn't square with what Julian seems to remember.
I was smitten, Erica. I felt like I'd just won the lottery. I wanted to do anything to show my new family I deserved to be here, and, well, I guess I've spent my whole life since doing just that. So, here's other angle, though. Was he a vampire at the time?
Oh, good point. Good point. He would have become one after drinking it, right?
But also, who's to say they were vampires at the time? Maybe they were just drinking blood.
True.
Maybe
I'm
something
just wondering
fucked up was going on.
If maybe the vampirism is a recent thing, like also happened at the contingency, right? But the memory, because we know from the churches that they can change memories, but it doesn't always take.
Yeah.
So maybe it didn't take for Julian.
But it did for Liam.
But it did for Liam and
that's a
Charlotte.
Good insight.
Yeah, that's because like I don't know. Even if I was eager to please as a kid, I'd look at a table full of blood and think, no. I think there would be more hesitance. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Do you remember much about your life before the adoption? I feel his body tense slightly.
No. I know something bad happened. I don't remember what. Something bloody. Something awful. But my fragmented memories don't make much sense, and I don't really want them to. I know I came from New York. Dad was on some sort of business trip when he got me.
Adoptions are typically long and complicated processes.
I don't think this adoption was by the books. Somehow, he adopted me even without Mom's approval. Maybe it was some sort of vampire business. Looking back, I've often wondered if Dad agreed to take me in exchange for something else, but I hope it was the other way around. I hope that he wanted to take me in.
I snuggle against him and resist the urge to press the issue. So you were already a vampire when the Batailles adopted you?
Yeah?
Were you born a vampire?
Yes.
He goes quiet for a moment. I wait as patiently as I can, sensing that this is a difficult topic for him.
Gustav never answered my questions about my parents. He hated it when I asked, but one time I eavesdropped on a conversation between him and Mom. They were arguing because Mom, Alice, said that a child of two vampires is cursed and unnatural. Gustav replied that I might have useful powers as a result. That was all I heard on the topic, and it's probably the only thing I'll ever know about my true heritage.
Is it common for two vampires to have a child?
I don't know. I haven't met any other vampires since the Batailles adopted me. I don't know how many are out there. I have no idea what's normal, but based on that conversation and what I know of the Batailles, I think it's rare for two vampires to conceive. Dad didn't turn Mom into a vampire until after she bore Julian and Charlotte.
It sounds like you were a very special child.
Yeah, but special how? Seems like Mom considered it a curse.
But it might be a blessing. Do you think that's why you can turn into mist?
Maybe. There's another way I've noticed I'm different from the others, or at least I hope so.
And what's that?
I can go longer without blood than the rest of them. It's easier for me to eat human food.
Oh, that is interesting. I'd have thought it would have been the other way around.
Yeah, but it makes sense in a way. Humans born of humans can turn into vampires. Maybe a vampire born of vampires has a chance of turning human.
Kind of like Detroit, huh?
Quite like that. I'd like to think so anyway.
Still can't believe Gustave Bataille was hidden in your mansion for so long. What's the history there?
It's not a pleasant story. He was always a power-hungry man. As he became greedier, his bloodlust grew too. Eventually, he was killing so many people, the rest of us worried for the public's safety and our own. Mom moved away, then it was up to us kids to stop him for good. The three of us overpowered him and locked him up. We thought it would be temporary. We hoped he'd see reason eventually, but he only got worse. He became feral, losing all humanity. Honestly, I wanted to kill him, but Julian and Charlotte couldn't bring themselves to agree, so we became his permanent jailers.
That's awful.
I should be glad he's finally dead, right? Part of me is relieved, but somehow it still fucking hurts.
I wrap my arms around him and hold him tight. I can't imagine how hard this all must be for you, but I want to help however I can.
Thank you, Erica. That means a lot to me. Right now, it just feels good to tell someone everything. You know, I probably would have given up on the Batailles a long time ago if not for one single fucking moment. The moment I thought Julian loved me.
When was that?
The day Mom left Dad. It was about 10 years ago. We were teenagers. She tried to take all of us kids with her, even me. She wanted to get all of us as far from Gustav as possible. Mom and Dad fought horribly. There was screaming. There was violence. Finally, Dad said she could take me, and only me. I was heartbroken. Even though I wanted to go with Alice, I wanted Gustav to fight for me. I wanted him to care about me as much as his other children. And then Julian...
I wait a long time for him to finish. I hear him swallow a sob.
Julian stepped up and said, "No, we're all staying together." And then he took my hand. After that, I didn't care anymore about Mom or Dad. Julian and Charlotte became my world. My true family, my deepest friends, or so I thought.
I squeeze his hand gently. I'm glad you told me all of this, but those stories are in the past. Now you and I will move forward together. He sits up and envelops me in a warm embrace.
That's right. Together we can do anything.
He kisses me. I turn to hold him and soon find myself tumbling back down into the blankets. Maybe we need to talk about our plan. What do we do about August? Liam stops my mouth with another kiss. And a few moments later, once he comes up for air,
We can talk about that later. Right now I have plans to kiss every inch of your body.
I lose the will to argue as he holds me down and puts his lips to my chest, commencing his plan with forthright devotion. Sometime later, we find the will to leave our bedroom and venture into the dining room.
Well, I don't think you two got any more sleep than I did, but I suspect you had a lot more fun. Are you here now?
Oh, sorry,
Are you
the
here
lighting
now?
made me think that I missed something.
Are you here now to help us put August's head on a platter? Actually, we're here to get Erica some breakfast. Oh, good idea. After she eats, maybe she can return the favor and give us a little breakfast.
Charlotte Route! Just fucking stop, Charlotte. She flinches with surprise and then just stares at Julian in shock. Julian ignores her, focusing on Liam. Breakfast plans aside, we need to know what you plan to do now. Liam stays quiet and sits down at the table. Liam,
So, do you have something for Erica to eat?
we don't exactly keep eggs and bacon around on the regular, Liam. Consider we can barely stomach them.
Not sufficient.
I'll find something in the cabinets. Wait here. We too. It's pretty amusing to see Julian acting somewhat subservient to his younger brother. Not sure he's ever stood up to him like this. A few minutes later, Julian comes back with a box of off-brand Pop-Tarts, the kind that come every week on the train. Can you eat these? We keep them around for the housekeeper for when she has low blood sugar. Oh, that's macabre. Strawberry? I prefer cinnamon, but this'll have to do.
You'll take what you can get. Now tell us what you plan to do.
Well, I just have to point out that you were trying to kill me yesterday, and now you seem to need my help. Are we on the same side or not?
We need you to find out how he can kill us, Erica. Until then, you're probably safer than we are. Killing you would probably be boring to him now.
Not so sure about that. However, you did just give me an idea.
Wait.
What is it now, Liam? You want us to press your shirts? Want us to draw you a bath? Prepare a floral arrangement to commemorate your new human lover?
No, this is serious. If Erica helps you, she'll be putting her life on the line. I'll be putting my life on the line too, since I won't let her go out there alone. We need something in return. We'll let her live. That's not enough.
Are you sure we should push them, Liam?
Yes, because there's something they have that we want. Something you want more than anything.
Just spit it out, then.
We want a way out of Bataille.
Julian stares at Liam like he's lost his mind. For a second, I think maybe Julian's right. And then I think about it a little bit more. That's right. We want out. That's impossible. You two covered up the deaths of Jessica and Gary. You impersonated the BRS. You could get into the towers. You know more about the train than you say. I think you know how to leave. That's quite a stretch, Erica. As we covered everything up. However, you know that Charlotte didn't plant that letter on the train outside of Bataille, right? She took it in with her and claimed to find it. Duh. That's how you always check these closed rooms. What did they bring in with them at the time the room was opened? Don't make assumptions. Never stop thinking. I cross my arms. I feel like this is worth fighting for, even if it might be impossible. I spent the last few days prying slivers of information out of Liam because there's always something he wasn't telling me. He was my partner and he still stayed quiet.
Hey.
Sorry, Liam, but it's true. If he acted like that, I can't imagine what you're hiding. We're certainly not hiding a way out of Bataille. I noticed that Charlotte has been completely quiet since we made our demand. I turned my attention to her. Charlotte, have anything to say? You want to jump in here?
Fine, I'll do it. I'd love to be rid of you two after all this is over with anyway.
Charlotte, what are you saying? You know?
I'm saying I'll help Erica and Liam leave Bataille.
She's not saying that she knows a way. She's just saying she'll help. But what does that mean?
They're also both pointedly not saying that they don't know of one or that it's impossible to.
True. I guess Julian put up more of a fight, but like,
But he
yeah.
also never said that they didn't know, and he never said that you can't. He just said, "Oh, well, you do know that Charlotte planted it inside Bataille, right?" But he didn't say that she couldn't have gone outside. It sure seems to me a lot more like they want the towers up and don't want people to be able to leave and don't want to leave themselves more so than they can't.
Which almost makes it seem like it's protection for them.
Yeah.
But also, they don't seem to be the ones with the ultimate agency here.
Yep.
So I don't know how that squares. Julian looks at Charlotte with a mix of confusion and fear. I don't think I've ever seen him look so helpless. You can't promise them something impossible, right? So...
It's not impossible. I can get them past the towers.
No! Nothing can cross the towers. All those people who tried just...
They didn't know how to do it safely. I do.
I stand up and slam my hand down on the table. I've forgotten all about my breakfast. I want something else. You seriously have a way out. You can leave and you haven't freed us.
It's not that simple. You've been outside? What's going on out there? Do people know what's happened to us? I haven't been outside.
Tell us everything you know right now.
I know how to leave Bataille. That is it, and I agree to your proposal. Can we move on?
You can leave and you... haven't?
The towers rose for a reason. We're safe in here. Everyone is safe. I do not believe it is safe out there. However, if you are so desperate to find out, fine, I'll help.
Okay, so there we go. A cool... I fully believe her when she says that that's her view on things.
Mm-hmm.
A cool silence descends over the room.
Wow, cool.
Not now, Liam. For months, I wanted nothing but to leave Bataille, and then I gave up. I thought it was impossible, and now... You genuinely don't think it's safe out there?
I genuinely don't know, but I do believe they are not just for keeping people inside. They are also for keeping something out. What? If I knew, I would tell you. If I knew, I would weigh the risk and let people out. That's the whole point. That's why I haven't said anything and why I would like to stop talking about it now. You get rid of August, I'll let you go. That's the deal. Now tell me the plan.
I actually think she's telling the truth. Julian's reaction is genuine as well. I don't know what all of it means, but I'm not sure there's any more to be learned from her. Except one thing. I'll move on if you answer one more question. Where did the towers come from?
The ground. That's all I know.
Once again, I believe her. At this point, I'm not sure what she even has to gain from lying. That's all.
It's fun.
So she knows more, but... So when she says she knows a way out, does that mean that... But she doesn't know more about where the towers came from. Does that mean that she knows about the towers and how to outsmart them, or that she figured out?
I don't know.
Like, does she know this because she was learned or has learned or was told, or does she know this because she observed and deduced? Because I wonder if a way out is something that she figured out by experience inside the towers, right? And was like, oh, I can do this. Oh, there you go. That's your way out.
We also know Gustav probably knew about this shit.
So it could be Gustav told them only bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, then. The plan.
This is exciting. I don't even know the plan.
One of you needs to be bait. I don't like this plan at all. Hear me out. So that August would probably find killing me boring now. And I think you're right. I spent months working in the same room with him. He's smart, but he's ambitious. I doubt that he fancies himself a vampire hunter. I don't doubt that he fancies himself a vampire hunter now and thinks everything else is beneath him. Thing is, he's still human. My pistol should still work just fine on him.
Are you saying we should have given my father a gun?
No, but it's clear that whatever strength you have has been bested by his cleverness. I don't believe he'll be able to outsmart a bullet.
I'll try. They can't even do math.
You sure? 1 + 1 is 2 in the skull, August. Wait, did I fire 5 shots or 6? You're right. You're right. I'm so bad at math. Let's find out the answer.
You think your weapons are more powerful than us?
No, clearly not.
It's like rock, paper, scissors.
What does that even have to do with anything?
August beats vampire, vampire beats gun, gun beats August.
So I'm super paper?
Exactly. We don't even know how he's beating us.
You're right, but until we do, we should assume Liam is right. It's unlikely he's also found a way to make himself impervious to normal mortal harm.
Unless he's a vampire.
Unless he's a vampire now.
I'm not going to be the bait for this half-baked plan. No, you're not. I am.
Liam, we still have leverage.
I want to do it. August killed Gustav. He killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, come on. You wanted him dead.
Yes, I wanted to be the one to put him out of his misery. I wanted to bring him peace, not a horrible death at the hands of a madman. I'll be the bait, Erica. We'll take down August together. Well, if Liam agrees to put his neck on the line, who am I to complain?
He's your brother.
Like you said, someone has to do it.
So what are you going to do? Tie him to a stake out in the middle of town and wait for August to come along? Of course not. I wouldn't do that to Liam, and August isn't stupid. We're going to act natural. We're going to let him think he can get the best of us.
What exactly is acting natural in this situation? How can you possibly act natural?
We're going to do what August thinks we'll do. We're going to try and investigate how he could have killed your father. Maybe we find something along the way, but I suspect that August will find us first. And why is that? We're going to make it easy for him. Like I said, he's not stupid, but he does have a very exploitable flaw. He likes to feel smart. We make him think he's outsmarted us, or that he's manipulating us, and he'll get sloppy. Is that how the FBI caught him the first time? I don't remember the details. I wish I'd paid more attention to the investigation now, but it wouldn't surprise me.
All right, so what's the first step?
We check in with Maddie. Hopefully she's okay and has been maintaining the sheriff's office since we disappeared. We get her read on everything, and then we start retracing some of August's steps over the last few days. I have a couple of ideas where he'll probably want to corner us, so we'll make sure he knows when we'll be there.
Do you need anything else from us?
Just keep doing what you're doing now. If Liam is the easiest of the three of you to reach, that is who August will eliminate first. I suspect he wants to work his way up the ladder. Also, stick together. While we don't know how he managed to subdue Gustav, his method would likely be harder to pull off against two of you.
Maybe the two of us should go with you then, surely.
No, I'd much rather stay here in a defensible position than trust this human and her gun. Thanks for the offer, Julian. I'll be all right. Like I said, this is what I want to do.
Well then, good luck. We'll be here if you need us.
Actually, we'll be back in the panic room, but I suppose the sentiment still stands.
Julian does seem to, at least struggle with balancing his love for Charlotte and his love for Liam. Whereas Charlotte seems ready to just be like, oh.
I'm tired of being nice. I just want to go ape shit.
Honey, whenever were you nice?
The walk to City Hall is harrowing. I sacrificed to land, but searched my library and got two into play untapped. I know in the back of my head that August could be waiting for us there, ready to attack Liam as soon as we show our faces. Without more information, that's not how or where I want to face him. I have to hope that he doesn't know that we've escaped the tower yet. I keep my eyes peeled and check our sight lines at every chance. There's no sign of August. There isn't a sign of anyone, really. I wonder if news of the dissected body in front of the mansion has reached the people, and if they're hiding from August or Liam, the one they know they did the same thing to Principal Vincent. We reach City Hall, and I cautiously open the door. The hallway is empty. I head to the precinct and peer in through the door. I don't see anything out of the ordinary, so we enter. And the second I step inside...
Erica, where the hell have you been?
Tilted. At the towers. Maddie! I'm glad you're okay.
Me? You just vanished for days. Considering you were going to the tower, I assumed the worst, but... August trapped us inside. We just got out. Well, we got out yesterday, but we've had some things to deal with. Why would August trap you in the tower?
Do you know where he is? Have you been in contact with him? Is he in City Hall now?
I don't think so.
I hurry to the door and lock it. I look around for something to prop under the knob, but can't find anything that will keep the door from getting kicked in.
What's going on, Erica?
August has turned against us. Maybe turned is the wrong word. He was probably always against us. Anyway, I think he's trying to kill the Bataille family. He's figured out some weakness and we have to stop him. Maddie takes a beat and I know what she's thinking. Do we have to stop him? Fortunately, she quickly comes around.
Okay, what do you need from me?
First, some information about the last few days.
Ask away.
What has August been up to that you've seen?
Honestly, he's been really cooperative. I should have known that something was up, but he really wanted to help figure out what happened to Jessica and Gary. That's not what he wanted, but I suppose it was a means to an end. He also just helped me around the office, with you gone.
Did he say anything about where we were?
Not at all. He acted like he knew nothing about it.
God damn it. He was just going to ingratiate himself to the whole town with us gone. Wanted to make himself the hero.
August really acted like nothing was off. Other than the fact that you were missing, no.
He knew exactly why that was. Do you know if he was doing anything else?
I don't. He kept to himself unless I asked him for help.
Stop trusting him, please.
I will.
Good, because I don't think he planned on us coming back from the tower.
Need to know anything else?
What's been going on in Bataille? What have I missed?
Not much, honestly. This place has been eerily quiet. I kind of thought I was doing a good job. Then why did you yell at Erica for going away? I was worried about you both.
So no one knows about the body up by the Bataille mansion?
A body? That sounds like our answer.
August killed someone and displayed him in front of the mansion. We think it's just the beginning of what he plans.
Oh no.
It's good that word hasn't spread about it. I suspect August wanted to make a whole show of it and didn't realize just how isolated the mansion is.
Any other questions?
Any important calls into the office?
Couple drunks who needed to be brought in. I kept my distance, I'll be honest. You didn't leave me a gun or a badge.
It's fine. I'm sure they just slipped it off. If it happens again, I was about to reassure Maddie that I can deal with whatever comes next, but if this works, I'll be gone. I'll leave Bataille and she'll be all that's left. I'll make sure that you're armed.
Thanks, I guess. Anything else?
No, I suppose that's all. August has kept a surprisingly low profile.
I'll say he's been downright cautious. I doubt that'll continue. When me and my siblings are gone, what'll he do when he gets bored?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Well, it's not like anyone's going anywhere. So, how are you going to trap him?
We want him to think he's trapped us. That's the trick.
Okay, so how do we do that?
First place for us to investigate is August's house. There's no way that he's still there, but I'm sure he's got something in place to know if we visit. Hopefully this will be the first tip-off that we escape the tower. He knows that I use walkie-talkies to communicate with Mayor Ward and others in town. There's only one model we have, so that kind that sometimes show up on the train. I'm sure he has one by now and will be listening into anything I say. In a few hours, I want you to radio us on the walkie-talkie to go to the drive-in theater because it sounds like someone has spotted August there.
Won't he know that's a lie?
He'll know it's wrong, but I'm betting he'll be too curious not to check it out and try to ambush us there.
Alright, I'll do what I can.
In the meantime, we'll just act like we're investigating his last few days. If he already knows we're out, there's a chance he'll try to get us while we're out and about. I'll be ready for this.
You sure I shouldn't come along?
We need you here, especially if he comes back to City Hall.
What do I do then?
Act normal. Tell him that we have a few questions for him. Don't mention that you know he trapped us in the tower.
You think he'll believe you didn't tell me?
It doesn't matter what he believes. I just need him to make a move and overextend his hand.
Got it. Oh, and Erica?
What is it?
You should check in with Stacy. She's been distraught. She's convinced you're dead.
Oh no, I have to do this first. Will you just let her know that I'm all right? I'll check in with her later.
Fine, I'm sure she wants to talk to you, though. Good luck, Erica.
What happened to Stacy? What happened to Stacy? Did August get to Stacy somehow?
That or our roommate just thinks that we died.
Yep. Remember, him
I'd be
taking a bite
distraught.
out of the heart is an important detail.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case in other Heartlifter murders. If he did that, he might be a vampire now.
I'm the world's first vampire hunter. Vampire hunter, vampire. It's all very confusing.
As Liam and I make our way to August's house, Liam's hand firmly grasps mine. Only then do I realize how much I'm shaking. God, I love his hoodie so much!
How are you holding up?
I'm still standing, I suppose. If I stop and think about it, though, I'm not really sure how. Julian and Charlotte almost killed me last night. Before that, I was trapped in a tower, so found Gustav Bataille with his heart cut out. So now I'm heading straight towards the house of the person who did it.
I know it's a lot to process, but if you survived all that, how much worse can it get?
Do you think Charlotte's telling the truth? Do you think she knew a way to leave Bataille all along?
She's a good fucking liar. After all, if it's true, then she hid it from us all this time, but she sounded serious to me. Did you see how Julian reacted? That's what convinced me. This didn't seem like one of their schemes.
My heart pounds so violently my chest aches. I squeeze his hand tighter. I gave up searching for a way out a long time ago. I was so afraid people would die searching for it. What if there was an escape route all along and I prevented everyone from finding it? Or what if I was right and Charlotte's lying and will die chasing a false hope? Liam pulls me to a stop. We turn to face each other, clasping both hands now.
There's no way for us to know what's ahead. Maybe we escape, maybe we don't. Maybe we do get out only to find that the world outside Bataille is a hellscape. But I have to try, I have to hope, because I do know one thing. I don't belong in Bataille anymore.
I reach up to rub his shoulder, providing as much silent comfort as I can.
The people of Bataille see me as a vicious killer. I have no more family, but I have you.
He steps closer, wrapping his arms around me.
We belong together now, here, there, wherever we go. If I'm with you, then I'm happy.
I smile back at him, but fear continues to tug at me. I don't want anything to happen to you.
Then we'll have to be careful. I watch your back, you watch mine. Partners, for real this time.
Yes, partners. I demonstrate my agreement with a kiss, one that shifts my heartbeats from fear to excitement. When I manage to pull away, I'm breathless, but my blood is warm. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. As expected, August's house is empty. He's tidied the place up quite a bit since I was last there. I turn around and see Liam hesitating near the door.
I can't go in, remember?
August isn't here and he doesn't own the place. In fact, I'm the one who let him live here.
It isn't about land ownership or legal rights, Erica, and I don't think he's been gone long enough.
I really want to investigate here to see if he left behind any clues as to how he managed to hurt your father.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to be separate if he's still here or nearby.
You're right. Do we just wait outside until Maddie radios us?
I don't see what other choice we have.
I head back outside and we sit on the front stoop to wait. It's almost excruciating just watching the minutes tick by, but it's the safest thing that we can do. While we think it's unlikely, it's not impossible to think August might return and stage his attack here. After a while, Maddie's call comes in. I say that I didn't find anything at August's house. She says that someone reported seeing him at the drive-in theater. The trap is set. Now the only thing to do is head over there and hope he takes the bait. Although, if he is a vampire now, that means he can glamour people like Maddie into telling him what he wants to know.
Yeah.
So he could be about to reverse trap. Uno reverse our Uno reverse card, if you will.
I'm going to use a draw 4.
Shit! He's gonna make us draw 4, Liam! Now, the drive-in, as expected, is fairly deserted. We arrive as soon as possible, not wanting to tip off August that we're up to anything other than following up on a lead. We start with a search of the interior behind the screen and then head to the lot where I want to confront August.
Do you really think he'll come here?
If he was listening in, I'm pretty sure of it. Just need to figure out how he'll approach. He'll want to get close to us, so I suspect he'll come from the west, using the screen to hide his approach. No good way out of the lot other than the west, so he'll wait in ambush there. Ideally, we could loop around him, but I don't see a great way of doing that. We spend a good amount of time in the lot, long enough for August to set up the expected ambush from the other side of the building. When we're ready, we don't say a word. Liam and I just look at each other and nod. He goes in front, and I follow shortly behind. My hand is close enough to my gun to make drawing the weapon simple, but not close enough to give away my preparedness if he can see us. As Liam approaches the side of the building, I realize that I'm holding my breath. I really have no idea what's going to happen next or what August's plan is. And then I see him. August moves fast. Faster than seems possible. He leaps down from the roof of the building, underneath the screen, pouncing on Liam and knocking them both to the ground. It's a risky jump from a height that could be dangerous. It's why I don't see it coming. It's why August actually does get the drop on us. He immediately thrusts a hypodermic needle into Liam's throat and injects him violently with some sort of clear liquid. Before I can even get my gun raised, August has a knife out and raised above his head. As I see the knife posed above Liam's chest, my reflexes kick in faster than my thoughts. The gun slides into my hands and I line up the shot. And I fire. Speed is more important than accuracy. My bullets can't kill Liam, so caution is the least of my concern. I just have to hit August as many times as possible. I fire again. And again. 3 times. 4. Why am I counting? I empty my clip. I don't know which bullets hit and which miss. All I know is that it's enough. August drops the knife. He rolls off Liam and he collapses on the ground. I'm already reloading, lining up another shot. And then August stops moving. I lower my gun. My hands shake violently. Now that the threat has passed, a veil of red seems to lift from my eyes. August's back is bloody, riddled with holes. What have I done? August was my friend once. We spent most of 6 months in the same room together. I turned to him often for help, but when he threatened to kill Liam, I didn't hesitate. I knew I'd do anything in my power to stop him.
Eric.
Liam! I run to his side and then search his body for damage. August was moving so quickly that I'm not sure he didn't already hurt Liam with the knife. I don't see any wounds, but he's gasping a bit. His responses are sluggish. I look at the needle still stuck into his neck and pluck it out. August, what did you give him? There's no response from August. My heart twists. Of course there's no response. After how many bullets I put in August, he'll never speak again.
I think it's just a sedative. He was going to use the knife.
I know exactly how he was going to use the knife. I don't really want to think about it. It'll wear off, won't it?
Yeah, just a few minutes, probably.
I think Is the number of towers around Bataille odd or even?
I don't know.
If it's odd, then I wonder if the way out is to remain perpendicular to a tower across from you and cross the barrier that way. I shift my attention towards the knife itself. I haven't ever seen anything like it. Best I can tell, it's a modified carving knife. There aren't a lot of places to get knives in Bataille, so August had to make do with what he could find. The edge of the knife looks coated with second metal material, probably silver. The blade is etched with strange symbols I've never seen before. They don't look like the symbols at the Heartbreaker crime scenes, but they are equally as mysterious. The handle of the knife is wrapped in silken cloth bound with thread. All of the modifications made to the weapon seem like they would make it more difficult to handle. However, I've seen what August did with it at the Bataille mansion. He was anything but clumsy. I feel like something move against my leg. It's Liam's hand, and he's trying to get my attention.
August,
I spin around to look at August. I realized I never confirmed that he was dead. Figured it wasn't necessary, and honestly, I didn't want to. At first, there isn't much to see. August's chest heaves. He's breathing again. I reload my gun, though I don't expect him to be able to do anything. Slowly, August rises. Yeah! Yeah! First, he pulls himself up on his hands, and then his knees. You can tell he's not wearing a bulletproof vest. How is this possible? I fucking wonder how it's possible.
You fucking idiot.
August, you're...
I am in a lot of fucking pain.
He lunges forward. Bang, bang. I almost feel foolish as I put 2 more bullets in him. He reels and falls on his back. I'm sure he's dead now, except...
Please stop doing that. Don't you get it? These flimsy pellets can't stop me.
Once again, he manages to force his body up. It's almost like he's controlling it like a puppet, controlling his muscles and sinew unnaturally. Then stay the fuck down.
I will do no such thing.
Bang. This time the gunshot doesn't even seem to concern him. It strikes him in the chest and he barely notices it. The bullets are doing nothing. What is happening? How is this possible? Am I losing my mind? A smile breaks across August's face as he watches my shock set in.
That's right, Erica. You underestimated me again. You cling so desperately to your gun, to your badge, to the laws in your mind, but none of those can stop me. Ideas supervene on the physical state. The mind is more powerful than the body. But no. You thought you could just shoot me. You thought I would be so easy to destroy.
My mind races over the events of the last few days. So many unimaginable things have happened, but if I focus on the scene of Gustave's murder... You drank his blood, didn't you?
Don't make me laugh.
He stands up, his legs moving in the same unnatural, jerking way.
I wouldn't do something so base and unsophisticated. Do I want to become a vampire? No, of course not.
Then what are you? I keep my gun trained on him, even though I'm growing more and more convinced that it won't do any good.
I don't know. I consumed part of the old man's heart when I was taking him apart. I was just so curious, and now...
He runs his hands over his chest where he was shot, revealing beneath the shirt that the wounds are gone.
Now I understand what power is. It's not wealth, it's not being a vampire, it's not even being a vampire killer.
Called it! Fucking called it!
Though I assure you that will continue.
No! Don't, August! They're the only ones who can help you understand what's happening to you.
As if I need them. I'm something more than they ever were.
Just slow down. Whatever it is happening might feel good now, but you don't know how it will develop. This could be power, or this could be a disease. Let's figure that out before you do anything rash. Don't know why I'm trying to talk him down. It seems impossible. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I know that I'm just buying time. But time for what?
Yes, let's figure out what I am becoming together. Open up that pathetic vampire behind you. Take his heart like I did. Join me, Erica. With this power, we could blow up the towers. We can free everyone.
He stares down at his hands in a strange manic awe. His whole body trembles.
You have what you need. We will become gods, Erica.
Oh, you could have done it.
Become as gods.
Yeah! Suddenly, August grabs at his own shoulders. He digs his fingernails deep into his skin and pulls out with all his strength. I see his flesh tear open for just a moment. A flash of light almost blinds me as my vision adjusts. I gasp. I don't know whether it's fear or awe. What the shit? Two massive feathered wings emerge from August's back. They extend behind him, stretching out several feet in either direction.
Marvel at what I have done, Erica. I have transcended my physical boundaries. I have transformed myself to be something so much more than human. So much more than vampire. The Batailles claim the towers rose to keep something out. Now I realize they rose too late. I was what they hoped to save themselves from. I am the new power.
This can't be happening. You've lost your mind.
No, I finally see clearly. I have achieved true knowledge, and like Eve before me, I offer you the same ascension. I do not fear being cast out of this false paradise. Take my knife, cut out the heart of the creature, and join me. We will remake this world in our image.
He reaches towards me. Maybe I'm entranced. I won't do what he wants, but I can't turn away from him. And then I realize why I was buying time. Liam is a blur as he dashes past me. I almost want to stop him, to tell him that there's nothing he can do. But I would be wrong.
Don't touch her, you fucking monster!
Before August can react, Liam plunges the ornate knife right into August's chest. The silver on the edge and the point of the weapon glow as it sinks into his flesh.
No, impossible.
He stumbles back. I see the handle sticking out from his chest right where his heart should be. August pulls at the weapon but finds his newly acquired strength sapped. His legs almost give out as he takes a few more steps backwards. The feathers on his wings immediately begin to shed, filling the air around him.
How? Why? I don't know what the fuck you are, but I guess you're close enough to one of us that the same tricks still work. You. It just had to be fucking you.
Now August's winds begin to dissolve, turning to dust that blows away even in the light wind of the late afternoon. He falls over headfirst, driving the knife even deeper into his body. He doesn't move again. What the shit? What the fuck is this game? I use the walkie-talkie to tell Maddie what happened. She agrees to deliver the news to Julian and Charlotte. As for Liam and I, we stay near the drive-in. Liam is still weak, and it feels wrong to leave August's strange corpse unattended. We remain huddled together for a long time, not speaking, staring mindlessly into the grass. Maybe an hour passes when Liam finally stirs and turns to meet my gaze.
So, you hungry?
You know, could really go for some wings right now.
That was a good one.
Oh, thank you.
I'm starting to feel normal again.
Normal? Really?
Well, as normal as anything can be right now.
Have you ever seen anything like that before? What August became?
No, I don't think so, and I don't care to see it again.
I shot him so many times, so many. I can remember how he looked the first time he fell. And then I remember the final time when he was truly dead. Fight back the tears pricking my eyes. I don't want to cry for that murderer, but he was my friend once. Despite myself, I cared for him.
And then he revealed his true form, a monster. Besides, your gunshots didn't kill him, the knife did, so ultimately, I'm the killer, again.
Immediately, I grab his hand and squeeze it tight. I realize my pain hurts him because he feels responsible. No. If August wasn't dead right now, at least one of us would be. You did the right thing, Liam. We both did. He smiled softly back at me.
Oh, how romantic.
We both flinch and turn to see Charlotte and Julian approaching. Charlotte's gaze quickly shifts from me to August's dead body in the distance.
So, you actually killed him?
That's right. The threat to you is eliminated.
Now you'll fulfill your part of the bargain.
Charlotte doesn't seem to have anything to say about him being a fucking angel.
Patience, ex-brother. I should at least examine the corpse, shouldn't I? Be my guest.
Frowning, she slowly approaches August's body. I'm curious to see how she'll react when she gets a better look, but given how slowly she's moving, I might have to wait a while.
Thank you for staying true to your word.
Liam and Julian exchange curt nods. The air is taut with the tension between them. As if to clear the air, Julian turns his attention to me.
Erica, you still wear the sheriff's badge. What'll happen to your office once you leave?
Butterflies flutter in my stomach. My departure was such an abstract concept until now I did not plan that far ahead. I suppose I'll resign.
Good. I might have considered telling the townspeople that you and Liam both died trying to flee Bataille. That way it would be easier for me to control the result. However, people of Bataille have seen a great deal of hardship lately. I'm so heartless that I want to add to their pain by delivering a grisly tale of your death.
He makes a good point. How will we explain my disappearance to the town? Staging my death might be necessary. I don't want people to think I've gotten repatriated or any of that bullshit.
Would you prefer to leave hope in your stead rather than fear?
He's right, Erica. You don't have to stage your death. You don't have to let people think you're repatriated either. Just tell people you want to be left alone for a while. Move out of Stacy's house. Hell, we could both pretend to move into a house together, and then we just vanish. People don't have to know the full story. They might come looking for us, they might not. We'll just be another unsolved mystery.
I don't like unsolved mysteries, but maybe you're right. I don't want to spread a painful lie, and I certainly don't want to tell them there's a way out of Bataille until I've confirmed it for myself.
And by that time, you'll have no way to communicate with us.
Are you sure? What about the train?
Julian flinches slightly. Don't count on it. I don't know much about the train's origins, but I'm sure it's securely guarded. You need to understand that anything we've ever sent out of Bataille has never come back.
I thought Charlotte hid the exit from you.
She did, until recently, but we've discussed it in depth since then, and I can show you that no one who's left has returned, nor communicated with us.
Unless she's still hiding something.
Julian and Liam scowl at each other. I step between them, taking Liam's hand. We accept the risk. We'll find the truth for ourselves.
What the fuck?
We all turn to see Charlotte running from August's body, hurrying back to us.
What's wrong, Charlotte?
Now I see why August bested us, brother. He wasn't human. His clothes are riddled with bullet holes, but his flesh was healed. Only the knife in the chest seemed to hurt him. And he has fucking wings sprouting from his back.
Is this true, Liam?
Yeah, by the end he had turned into something other than human. I don't know what, though.
Maybe Gustave turned him before August bested him.
I'm frustrated by the assumptions they're making based on their arrogance. August was human when he killed Gustave. Gustave didn't turn him. August ate some of Gustave's heart. Remember the bite marks we found?
Oh, God.
We need to decide what to do with the body.
Leave that to us.
I don't trust them, but I don't have the spirit to argue. I don't want to look at August's corpse any longer than necessary. Fine. I'm going to call a town meeting. I'll announce that I'm resigning. Also tell everyone of August's death.
Good. Charlotte and I will attend. Oh, it's 9 o'clock tonight.
I realize belatedly that it's almost dawn. At some point I'll need to sleep, but when? How can I sleep knowing I might soon escape? Either way, I don't have any strength left to argue. Fine.
Suggest you try to get all your affairs in order then. I'm sure you'll want to leave as soon as possible.
Liam and I lean on each other as we gladly make our way back to the precinct, leaving the grisly scene of August's death behind us. What the fuck? Every single time I think we've finally gotten the measure of this game. They're like, no, son, no.
This route has also done a very good job at easing us into being on the vamps side, even after doing 2 full fucking routes of fuck these vampires. They're horrible and everything about them is bad. And even the parts that aren't related to them being vampires are bad. And now we've gotten to the end of this and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, we're a team. They're going to help us leave.
Right?
Oh.
August was the real monster all along. We never should. Yeah. Right? Oh man. Every route really, I feel like the only person who hasn't ever gotten that treatment is Maddie. And even in the routes where we're against Liam, he's still sympathetic.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Julian and August who are really the ones that you get set at odds with.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie's still waiting for us at City Hall when we arrive. Wearily, we tell her what happened between us and August. While Maddie tries to comprehend our story, Liam announces he's going back to the Bataille mansion to rest. I promise to meet him there later. Now that Maddie and I are all alone together, I realize it's time to prepare her for what lies ahead. Maddie, you've done an excellent job of overseeing the office in my stead.
Uh-oh.
As you know, I've been distracted from my duties as sheriff lately. Though I've still acted in the interest of the town, I've overlooked petty crimes and general administration.
Erica.
My heart isn't in this badge anymore. I plan to resign tonight. I'd like you to take my place as sheriff if you're willing.
I appreciate that. I do. I just need to think about it. I'm sleep deprived, and I just found out that August turned into some sort of vampire angel before he died. It's a lot to absorb.
I understand. Give it some thought. I'd like to have your answer by tonight if possible. I'm afraid of what power Julian might take from this office if someone else doesn't beat him to it.
You make it sound like you won't be around at all.
I need to take a step back. Plan to stay in a new house with Liam, and I don't want to be disturbed.
Have you told Mayor Ward yet?
No, but I told him to organize a town hall meeting for 9 o'clock tonight. He'll learn about my decision then, like everyone else.
What's really going on, Erica? What else happened? I mean, I know a lot has happened lately, but I think there's something you're not telling me. Something big.
Wow. So according to the guide, none of the decisions we make at this point change the end here. Change the outcome of Liam's story, but...
We should...
I feel like it's better if at least one person knows exactly what's happening. Because that way, knowledge doesn't die with us, right?
Yep.
And she'll know. Maddie, if I tell you this, will you promise to keep it to yourself? Her eyes widen. Her mouth gapes open. Maddie, I need to hear you promise.
You found a way out. You found a way out.
I motion anxiously for her to stay quiet. I don't know yet. Not for certain. I think so, but it might be another trick.
Did you contact the BRS, the real one?
No, but this involves Charlotte. And you know how trustworthy she is.
You should give me details. Maybe you can leave me clues as you leave. That way I can follow up later, discover the truth.
I wish I had more details to give you, but I don't know yet. I don't think I'll know for sure until it's too late, one way or the other.
I can't just let this go.
I know. That's why I didn't want to tell you. But all I know for sure is this. Charlotte seems to know more than anyone else about what's going on. Keep an eye on her. Maybe she'll lead you to the truth. Or maybe you can eventually punish her for all the misery she has caused.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
An awkward silence hangs between us. And then before I've thought it through, I've wrapped her in a hug. Thank you for everything, Maddie. I couldn't have gotten through this without your help. She gently squeezes me back.
Sure thing, boss.
What a fucking... And yes, I did have a guide up for all the decisions. They were pretty obvious, but like just in case. Just in case, right? You know, I didn't want to make the wrong decision then have to replay the whole thing. Right? Sue me. Finally, I go home, but facing Stacy is not easy. When I first walk in, Facey is not easy. Stacing. When I first walk in, she gapes at me wordlessly as if she's staring at a ghost. Her face is pale, but I can see from the puffiness of her eyes that she's been crying a lot. She rushes forward and hugs me. I wearily hug her back. And then her arms tighten, and by the time she pulls away, her fists are balled with anger.
Where did you go? I thought you were dead, Erica. I prayed, and I see now that God is good, but...
I'm sorry to worry you, Stacy. A lot has happened. I consider the best way to summarize everything that has happened since the last time I saw her. I'm exhausted, and as much as I care about Stacy, I don't have the strength to comfort her right now. Remember August Flint, the Heartbreaker?
Of course I remember him. What happened?
Past tense. He went on a rampage. He trapped me somewhere and I couldn't escape for days. And once I did, I had to focus on stopping August before anyone else got hurt.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
August he's dead now. I've called a town meeting tonight to give everyone the news. And also,
What else?
I think it's time for me to move out, Stacy. As grateful as I am for your friendship, I don't want you to worry like this anymore.
But someone has to look out for you. You're the sheriff. You look out for the whole town. Someone has to protect you, too.
I smile at her gently. She'll learn about my resignation later. Until then, don't worry, Stacy. I found someone to watch my back. She blinks with surprise, and then a twinkle comes back into her eyes.
Well, well, well. Looks like someone has found herself a special partner. Now I see why you really want to leave.
I give her another hug and then content to the rest of the issue there. What the fuck? I did not call... Okay, so... What was August talking about? Like how... to some degree, like people's thoughts managed to manifest. I wonder if that has part of the key about it, right?
Maybe.
Maybe that's why suddenly one of the churches changed to... It's like to reflect what people are actually thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe that is indeed a part of it. It would explain why like so many weird and inconsistent things are happening.
It would.
I get what sleep I can. I pack a small bag of things to take with me. It's not much. It wasn't very materialistic before the contingency, much less afterwards. Finally, it's time for the town meeting. I check in with Liam, who waits inside the precinct. We embrace and talk briefly, but there isn't much to say. We each have a small bag packed and are anxious to face the future. For his own safety, Liam will stay hidden in City Hall during the meeting. After all, people still believe he should be in jail. I leave him there to go outside. Mayor Ward might just be a figurehead, but at least he and Maddie manage to gather most of the town. We stand outside City Hall where we've set up a podium. Mayor Ward starts everyone off with some fluffy speech about how these are hard times, but the people of Bataille are tough and our faith gives us armor. To me, it's all nonsense. Finally, it's my turn. Exchange looks with Maddie, and it's clear she hasn't gotten any more sleep than I have, but there's a steadiness to her gaze as she nods back to me. People of Bataille, for 6 months we've harbored a criminal in our jail named August Flynn, also known as the Heartbreaker. Murmurs roil through the crowd. He was never actually convicted of his crimes, and we had reason to believe he was a law-abiding citizen. Mayor Ward? No, it's not right to publicly shame Mayor Ward for this, even though he did release August against my wishes. We decided to release August, and for a while he behaved. Until he did not. The murmurs grow louder. I decided to skip the part where August murdered the former head of the Bataille family, who most people already believe dead.
I love how the murmurs were an aww.
Right? August put me in danger, he threatened the safety of others, and it became clear he was a mortal threat. In self-defense, I have killed him. August Flynn is now dead. The crowd takes a beat to absorb this, and then bursts into cheers. Yeah, fuck that guy. They chant, the Heartbreaker's dead. The Heartbreaker's dead. My heart twists at the joy in their voices. I thought other people had come to like and trust August as I did. I didn't call this gathering to trample on his memory. But in the end, he was a killer, and a greater threat than I had ever imagined.
Settle down, settle down.
Charlotte slides suddenly behind the podium, nudging me out of the way. Where did she come from? I didn't even know she would be here.
Yes, I too am happy to learn of August's downfall, especially because he killed Principal Vincent.
Got it. That's what her angle is. Murmurs of confusion spread through the crowd. I step towards the podium again, but with a slight flick of her hand, Charlotte pushes me back with incredible strength.
Oh, I understand. It has been very confusing. People think my dear brother Liam killed the principal, but no, it was all a tragic misunderstanding. August framed Liam for the murder, then threatened him until he agreed to take the blame. August threatened to kill anyone Liam cared about if Liam did not confess. But thankfully, now that August is dead, the truth can come out. Liam Bataille is innocent, and the true killer is 6 feet underground.
To my own shock, I see Julian escort Liam out of City Hall, bashfully facing the crowd. His head is down, but his eyes look up, full of hope and pleading. And my heart races with fear. Was Liam in on this plan? Did he make a new deal with Charlotte? What is going on? The crowd is uncertain at first, but they stare at Liam's gentle face. They begin to nod to each other. Charlotte wears a triumphant smirk on her face. I want to smack it off her face, but instead, I reclaim my spot at the podium. People of Bataille, there's something else I'd like to say. For the last few months, it has been my honor to serve as your sheriff. I've done my best to serve and protect you. I've labored to uphold the laws of our country. And after what has happened, I need some time to clear my head. Do not think I'm well suited to continue serving as sheriff at this time. I look once more at Maddie. She takes a deep breath and then nods back. While I track down August Flynn, Madeline Gray bravely supervised the town in my stead. Since Maddie joined the force to look for Jessica and Gary, she's been an invaluable asset. Therefore, I'd like to nominate Madeline Gray as the next sheriff of Bataille. Silence sweeps over the crowd. Trembling, but holding her head high, Maddie walks up to the podium. Mayor Ward follows shortly behind her. All right, then. I second Erica's nomination. Any other nominations for sheriff?
You bet there is. I nominate myself.
I don't have the patience to partake in the battle that ensues. I take my leave as the town figures out who will become sheriff next. I only linger long enough to become hopeful that Maddie will win. Meanwhile, I follow Julian, Charlotte, and Liam back into City Hall for privacy. But the thing is, like, we know that they can use Maddie and, like, use Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate, but... Man, it's like all of these endings involve us making some terrible decision or compromise.
True. But it's harder for them to do it now that she knows about it and all of this shit that's gone on. Previously, she was completely in the dark. And at least knowing that someone is manipulating you.
Or could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell was that? Why'd you blame August for Princeton's murder?
Why not? He was a serial killer. Now he's dead, so he won't mind taking the blame.
But it's not true.
Come on, Erica. Charlotte has a point. What's the harm? August takes the blame, and now everyone in Bataille doesn't hate me.
I stare at him long and hard, fear prickling my gaze. What is happening? Did you make a new deal with Charlotte?
No, nothing has changed.
You still want to leave, right? You aren't reconsidering just because your name is cleared?
Erica, calm down.
He walks up and wraps his arms around me. Caught suddenly in his warm embrace, all my fears melt away.
I haven't changed my mind. I'm glad the people of Bataille don't hate me anymore, but honestly, now I know that I don't belong here. I'm more certain of that than ever. I belong with you, and we're both getting the hell away from this town.
When I lean back, tears of relief fill my eyes. To hide my embarrassment, I kiss him. Julian stops us by loudly clearing his throat.
So then the arrangement?
Ah, yes, that.
Charlotte stares at us all like a cat with a family of mice in its claws. Even Julian shifts uncomfortably.
I don't think the deal suits me anymore. After all, Liam's name is cleared now. He can return to our family. All can be as it was before.
Wait, what?
Oh, right. All except for you. You resigned. Too bad for you.
We had a deal. We killed August. You owe us.
You killed August for your own sake, too. It's quite unfair for me to give you such a large reward. After all, I could just kill you now and be done with it. Charlotte, I'll fucking kill you first.
Charlotte flinches. Do I imagine the hint of tears in her eyes as she stares at her former brother?
Liam, think about it. Your name is cleared now. August is gone. Even father is dead. We can be a real family again. You were right. We didn't treat you fairly. I see that now, and I'm sorry for that, and I want to make it up to you. This bitch almost ruined everything. Erica wants to take you away from us. Let me get rid of her, and then we'll all be closer than ever. You'll see. No, Charlotte. Your apology is too late. I choose Erica. And if you harm a hair on her head, I will rip you to shreds.
Charlotte blinks back at him, then turns away where none of us can see her face. A long silence follows before she finally turns back around.
As far as I'm concerned, you can just rot in this town.
And with that, she walks away. I feel anger rush through me. For a moment, I imagine using the strange knife August made for killing vampires, but it doesn't last. I knew all along that this could just be another trick. I told myself there was no way out of Bataille, and I let Charlotte, of all people, convince me that maybe I was wrong. Nothing has changed, and I only got my hopes up because I was foolish.
Erica, I'm sorry.
No, I should have expected this. God, I can't believe that I let her get to me like this and made me do her dirty work.
No matter what, August had to be dealt with. We know that after seeing what became of him.
I know.
You know, the cover story you came up with doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. Find an abandoned place somewhere near the perimeter, start fixing it up together. Come on, I'm trying to look on the bright side here.
Sorry, it just might take me a while to forget that we almost got out.
We don't even know if she was telling us the truth, Erica.
Oh, she was.
What the hell? Are you here to gloat now, both you and... He holds up a clenched hand.
No, I am not.
He opens his palm and I see a small golden ring with a red jewel inset. It is the device Charlotte used to open the tower.
I'm here to give you this, or let you borrow it, I should say.
What?
I need you to leave it outside for obvious reasons.
Julian, what are you saying?
I'm saying Charlotte told me how to leave, and I'm going to tell you.
My mind spins from the whiplash. Please tell me you're not fucking with us.
I am not fucking with you, Erica. I predicted that Charlotte might do this, so I decided to take the ring for myself and make sure we fulfill our promise.
Liam rushes forward and embraces Julian. I admit I'm a bit tempted to do the same.
Julian, thank you so much.
I don't care what Charlotte says, or even what you say. You're still my brother. I admit that tempted me to make you stick around. You have a very long time for you to come around and reconcile, but in the end, this is what you want. Maybe. He trails off.
What?
Oh, nothing. Just be sure to leave the ring outside. I might want to hold on to it myself from now on. I will miss you, brother.
They embrace again, just briefly,
And then Julian turns his attention to me. As for you, Sheriff, Erica, Sherika, we had our disagreements, but I suppose I must admit that you did an acceptable job as sheriff. My brother seems to like you, so I wish you well.
You're an odd fellow, but you sure share a good if.
Thanks, I guess. Julian extends his hand, offering me the ring. What do we do? To get inside, wave the...
To get inside, wave the gem on the ring in front of the red beam 7 times. Then use the phone. Charlotte said there was a phone.
Yeah?
Dial... You might want to write this down.
I pull out a pen. Liam has a notepad and jots down the numbers as Julian says them.
325-401-105-5738.
The fuck does that mean? Does that have any meaning? Or it's probably just a sequence of digits, right? How
Yeah.
long is it? That's 15 digits. Does that mean anything?
Is it 15? That looks even. No, it's not.
No, it's
15.
not. I was going to say I broke it up into 4s.
Wait, into 4s? Isn't that 13?
Yeah, 13. I'm sorry. What did I say?
15.
I said 15. I'm sorry. 13. 13 is an ominous number. All right, hold on. I'm just going to Google this real quick because I don't want to figure this out after we finish recording and then...
Just dial this
11.
number. 1-800-639-0666.
Is that a common one? Are people going to know what that is?
All right, so no Google results.
No Google results at all. And it's very strange to see a Google result turn up with a 0.
A door will appear. I think you know what to do next.
We just walk right through.
That's what I understand. Now, Liam, is there anything you'd like me to tell Charlotte when she finds out that you're gone?
You can tell her to go to hell. She was my sister. I loved her, and she just...
Makes you feel any better? I believe there is a part of her that did this because of how scared she is of what's outside. Okay, then.
Tell her not to take this town for granted. They're more than food.
I'll pass it along. I suppose you're probably in a hurry to get out of here.
We both nod.
Nothing that leaves Bataille ever seems to return. Even the dogs don't come back. Still, I hope to see you both again, because that will mean at least some part of this nightmare is over.
We'll come back if we can. If it's safe out there, we'll want everyone to have the same choice.
Then hurry it up. Some of us are just as impatient as you.
He gives us a slight tip of his head and then walks back into the meeting hall.
So, do we just go?
I don't think we want to give Charlotte any time to figure out what Julian's done.
Yeah.
He looks toward the meeting hall wistfully, and then chooses against it.
Let's go. All right.
Fucking aliens?
Spaceships?
Are you kidding me?
There's going to be a stinger. There's always a stinger.
There's a sting. Yeah, you're right. Right. Sorry. We're not running the credits again this time. We ran them the first time.
We'll always do it at least once, because that's very important.
I love the descending melody.
Yeah. Again, OST is in a vacuum, it's super underwhelming, but it's utilized incredibly effectively.
Yeah.
Right? It's good sound design is what that is. We approach the tower carefully, just like before. I've seen both Charlotte and August walk towards it towards and from it with less precision, so I think Liam is being extra cautious. That said, I don't blame him. So now we just waved the ring in front of the beam 7 times. Charlotte made it look like a whole presentation.
Yeah, well, that's Charlotte.
I passed the ring across the glowing red light 7 times. I think I made a point of being as mechanical and simple as possible. Just before the door appears in front of us. Well, he wasn't lying about that.
I think he was telling the truth about everything. Charlotte probably even showed him. Once he knew, I'm sure she couldn't resist showing off.
So this is real?
I think this is real.
Then let's go inside and finish this. Back into the... I'm going to call it the embassy. If that's cool with you. The alien embassy. God, please don't tell me I needed to write that number down. Please don't tell me I needed to...
It's in your browser history.
It's in my browser history. Thank you.
You probably won't, though.
Yeah, but what if, though? You might want to write this. What if it was like a, you might want to write this down, player, get some paper. It's a rotary phone, right? They could make us do the whole thing.
That would be awesome.
I approach the telephone and with a shaking hand pick up the receiver. I still don't quite believe this is going to work, but do you want me to do it?
I think it's got to be you, Erica.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm absolutely terrified. What do you think it's going to do?
I think it's going to open a door, just like Julian said. That's not what's scary, Erica. What's scary is what's behind that door.
Yeah, I know.
This is what you've wanted for so long. Go ahead, do it.
I steady my hand and slowly input the number. 3254011055738. The moment the rotary wheel stops turning on the last number, a loud sound splits the room. It's a sound I've heard before 6 months ago. It's the sound I heard when the towers rose.
Erica, look.
Fuck. No. Nope. 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 Nuh-uh. Fuck that. No. He points behind me. There is a door standing upright in the center of the massive chamber. That's the door? Shouldn't it be on the wall, or...
Are you still trying to make sense of this place?
When we leave, we'll have to explain it somehow.
Don't question it.
I can't help myself. I have to question it a little. I approach the door. I circle around it. On the other side is nothing. Nothing at all.
What are you waiting for? Open it.
The door swings open. Light pours into the chamber. I feel a soft breeze, and somehow the door leads outside. I see grass and trees. It's similar to the secluded fields around Bataille, but to me it looks completely different. There's something missing. I don't see any towers. It's not something I realized until right now, but there was nowhere outside in Bataille free of them. They loomed over everything. You couldn't glance out a window or a door without seeing them. And through this door, it's different.
That sure looks like outside.
There aren't any towers.
That's because it's the other side.
I know, but it's just... wasn't prepared for the sky. My voice catches in my throat. I'm choking up just at the sight of the world without the towers.
Let's go. We don't know how long this door will stick around.
He's right. I can't miss this opportunity for anything. I don't even hesitate when I reach the threshold. Part of me knows there's a chance the towers might still kill me. No one has gone outside this way before, but now that I see it, I take Liam's hand and step through, and he follows me. Nothing bad happens. It's just like stepping out into the grass outside my house. The air smells the same, still has that tinny metallic taste I've grown disturbingly used to. It's still the same place. I hear the door shut behind Liam, and I turn around. The door is gone. The tower is sealed up. I look up from the tower. I look up the tower from this side. It doesn't glow on the outside.
You called that. We did it, Erica. We're out.
We're out.
What do you think the rest of the world is like?
I don't know.
Let's go, Erica. Let's find out. Together.
Gripping each other's hands, we move forward. Are we going to get... or is it just going to leave us there?
I bet it'll just leave us there. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah!
Damn.
What a great game this is. I guess next time then join us for Julian's Path. That'll be the final... Well, no, there's a...
Yeah. It'll
There's
be
a
the second to last path.
second to last path. There is a final path that unlocks when we beat all 4 of them.
Yep.
Which presumably will give us some more answers, but
I sure as hell hope so.
I hope you're all enjoying this. This has gone on way longer than I expected it to, but also I'm having such a great time, I don't fucking care. We'll see you then, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.